you make performance tires. Unveiling the new Proxys Sports 2, an ultra-high performance tire that allows drivers to safely maximize their enjoyment of driving. With a tagline engineered for excitement, Proxys Sport 2 is optimized for the high torque powertrains to deliver an exciting ride for all sports car drivers. The all-new Proxys Sports 2 is the newest addition to Malaysia's popular Proxys Sports range for the passenger and SUV car tyres, offering two excellent features that sets it apart from its predecessor: precise handling and exceptional wet grip. The tire's precise handling enables drivers to navigate corners with ease, while its exceptional wet grip provides superior traction on wet roads, ensuring maximum safety and stability even in challenging weather conditions. The Proxys Sports 2 is available from C-segment vehicles all the way to F-segment vehicles. It is available in total of 31 sizes ranging from 18 to 20 inches. For more information on the latest Proxys Sports 2, please visit our authorized Toyo Tires dealer network nationwide.
Toyo Tires.
And the winner for the overall category, car number 37 from Toyota Gazoo Racing Malaysia, Tengku Janlei and Muhammad Nabib bin Noor.
What's up, guys? We're back. I'm Nakib Azlan.
I'm Tengku Janlei.
Here we are at Sepang 1000 km 2023.
Okay, so we've reached the end of the day. Today we had our official qualifying. So right now the team is busy preparing our pit equipment ready for the big race tomorrow. So we'll be conducting some pit stop practices so that we're all set for the main day tomorrow.
That's for sure. Well, hello there. 9 hours and a half past.
Longest race ever.
We have 2 trophies. What a race.
It was a sprint race from start to finish. And I knew Nakib was pushing really hard. We were monitoring the lap times of Nakib. And honestly, I think we pushed for long enough. And we decided to keep the pace, keep it clean, keep the rhythm, take it home. So Nakib, we've been pushing the limit all day today. This is definitely Gazoo Racing. I'm hoping to see you next year.
Let's get it.
This is full-on action.
Adam goes into P2.
Dogfight.
And goes into P1.
Adrenaline pumping in your veins. Yeah! Excitement in the air. Music and entertainment. Lots and lots of drama.
This is Gazoo Racing.
A series where competitive races are born.
And it's go, go, go!
New action. Triumphs.
Number one.
Let's go.
And drama. An all-new machine.
Number one.
The biggest racing talents are ready to battle.
Final turn is on the straight. Hands are waving, checker flags are waving. He takes the win.
Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival. An epic showdown like never before. It is time to reset the game. Let the racing begin.
This is full-on action.
Adam goes into P2.
Dogfight.
And goes into P1.
Adrenaline pumping in your veins. Excitement in the air. Music and entertainment. Lots and lots of drama. Number one.
My goodness!
This is Gazoo Racing.
It has been a very wet Sunday down here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit, but the skies have actually opened and now we are back for race number 2 for TGR Vios Challenge Season 7. A very good evening to all of you folks, wherever it is that you might be watching us. My name is Mio Adlan. As mentioned, we are now coming into race 2, day 2 on Sunday down here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit, in which we will be witnessing some action driving here, because why? It's all about the TGR Vios Challenge Season 7. As the name has suggested, we have been around for 7 seasons already, giving the chances, really promoting the grassroots of Malaysians or even international drivers out there to be able to perform to their utmost very best in the motorsport industry. And for your information as well, for this particular season, there's actually a new car that has been introduced by Toyota, which is a weight reduction over the previous model, more rigid chassis, revised aerodynamics, faster acceleration, quicker around corners, faster lap times. Then as well, there's 3 categories that we have down here. We have the super sporting, the sporting, as well as the rookie category. And as you know as well, a lot of rookies who have been performing for TGR previously, they have become super seniors basically, and also contesting in the super sporting category. It's definitely going to be a fun race down here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit, and definitely it's going to be fun for our 2 commentators. Obviously, it's Nick and G. Guys,
doing, Mio? Great once again to, well, 2 things. To be racing today, as you said, it was a very, very wet day indeed, but also to be part of the Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival that's now, well, the Season 7, as you said, is underway. It started yesterday with round 1, race 1. We saw some great action from the 33 cars that were on the grid. Nick Annell is joining me in the commentary box. Nick?
Yeah, I'm excited to join you for this latest season where it has been the most watched local racing series with more than 30 million spectators and counting this weekend.
That's right, because as I said, it's the most established development platform for young racers. That's what it's all about. The cars, of course, factory made by Toyota, and this is the third generation of Vios car over the last 7 seasons. But in those 7 seasons, as Mia pointed out, we have produced champions and we're creating champions. And talking about champions, we're going to be talking to one right now. The defending champion of the Vios Challenge from Season 6, Mitchell Chia, is talking to Mia.
Hi guys, I'm down here at car 61. No introduction actually needed. We got Mitch down here, Mitch Chia. Mitch, obviously, being one of the rookies previously for TGR, and now you're actually racing on an international level, you know, going to Thailand, going to other countries and whatnot. Share with us a bit of your experience on how TGR has groomed you to be who you are today.
I would say that TGR is a very good base for racing because it's a one-make series. It's a car that's not as powerful, but it requires a lot of skill and momentum and a certain driving style to be able to master and be quick in this car. And it's definitely not easy to be quick in this car, so it's definitely made me a better driver in that sense.
Yeah, and the fact that TGR gives opportunities, it gives the platform to young riders out there who aspire to become proper race drivers out there. That definitely helps with the industry, with you yourself, with the competition, right?
Yes, for sure. I mean, it's the only rookie program that's currently running in Malaysia, and definitely it will help the younger generation that wants to get into racing.
All right, so I'll leave it to you. Good luck. Have a great race, brother. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
You know, yes, Mitchell Chia has come through the rookie program and has actually raced and won in regional championships since then. Since over the last 7 years, rookies have been produced, and I think it's up to, including the 6 that are racing in Season 7 this season, up to 24 rookies have been produced, and that's what it's all about. It's about taking drivers that have shown their skills in karting and simulators, putting them into cars, putting them into a one-make series. So it's the exact same car for every single one of these 33 drivers that's on the track. No pit stops for the entire hour. It's a full sprint race from start to finish, and it comes down to attacking, defending, and that one word that they love, racecraft, which is what you're trying to elevate yourself with.
Yeah, exactly. Great point by Mitchell Chia about, you know, racing in the same car make series and just bringing out the true potential of the driver, because like he mentioned, it's not the fastest vehicle, but technical driving comes into play, racecraft comes into play, attacking, defending, and ultimately it's just about you bringing out the best of yourself in this car.
Well, just as an example, as we look at the laser motor racing, that's Eddie Liu there. Putra Adam was his teammate who actually won the race yesterday. But in yesterday's race, same car for all of them, but there was a 14-second difference in the end between Putra Adam, who won, and Mohammed Amarul Hakil, Ray Tan, who came in 33rd. And that it's the same car, which means that that 14 seconds was down to braking lines, coming in. These are the 15 corners. It's using the full circuit for this first round. It'll be just the south circuit for rounds 2 and 3. But 5.543 kilometers, 15 corners, and of course those big straights. A little bit drier now after today, which has seen so much rain that we actually saw some races and championships cancelled earlier on, including MCS. But now the track is dried up a little bit. So it really is about, as I said, who can get into. It's not just about fighting for the entry and exit points into the racing lines. It's also about how well you manage this car and come through. And the big winners yesterday in terms of driving, well, Nakib and Nabil, his brother, both first and third. Tengku Janlei is 3-time champion for Vios Challenge, so he had a very good run, moved up from 5th to 2nd. And the only person that didn't have a good day actually yesterday was Mitchell Chia, who dropped a couple of places. But it was all very close, bumper-to-bumper racing, and that's what we want to see. And we're just about ready to get underway with the start soon.
Yep, just really fascinating to see how these new NGC 100 Vios will take shape over this second race. Like Mio alluded to, you know, this car will produce faster acceleration, quick around corners.
Yep.
More, that means more overtaking, faster lap times, and it's perfectly suited to the Sepang International Circuit.
And it's also for this this pyramid program. So 1 minute left. But if you do start with Gazoo Racing, then who knows where you're going to go after that. As I said, there's been lots of rookies that have come through and have already, the likes of Amir Harris, Putra Adam, Naqib Arslan himself, since joining, and these are the past rookies, not the 6 that are taking place today, of the new ones, but he was the rookie class champion in 21, Naqib, also the S1K champion in 2022, but on the international circuit, also classed in the Super Endurance 400 minutes of Buriram, and, well, looking at his peers as well, Putra Adam, MCS champion in 2022. They've gone on to win things locally and internationally, and that's what it's all about. And of course, the 6 that they've picked this year are between 17 and 23 years old.
Yeah, indeed. And these are all fledgling drivers looking to mix it up with some of the alumni of TGR.
That's right. That's exactly it.
And these alumni have been some of the most successful drivers in the history of Malaysian touring car production. So it's all about the experience, which hopefully they will translate into a success in the near future.
Well, we did see yesterday in the first round of the Vios Challenge Season 7 that those new rookies were having a bit of a tough time at the back of the grid, and it was the super sporting drivers. 3 classes. Now looking at the grid here, Putra Adam and Eddie Liu, of course, the reverse grid for race 2. Mitchell Chia and Nabil Aslan in row 2, and Tengku Janleh and Naqib Aslan in row 3.
Moving on, we have Freddie Ang in row 4, along with Aman Nagdeev. Row 5 is made out of Adi Rahimi and Bradley Benedict. Row 6 would be Go Chok Tong and William Ho.
Both of those drivers had a pretty good run. There's Singaporean driver Daniel Uy in row 7 with Dato Ken Fu. Mohammed Amirul Haikal in row 8 with Liu Zuan Yan. Teo Hongzhou and Kenneth Koh in row 9.
Panitan and Mohammad Shafiq completes the top 10. Row 11 is made out of Amirul Arif and Ashen. Row 12, Tan Seng Lok and Lim Chun Beng.
Panitan, one of the first Thai drivers to be driving in the Vios Challenge. Shanmuganathan Armugam and Nkai in row 13. Wang Chin Yi and Tan Ray Tan for row 14. Audrey Leong and Raja Amirul Shazrin in row 15.
Row 16 is made out of Amirul Hafiq and Brandon Ho, and Adam Mikhail completes the classification.
And that is because there is a reverse grid in action, which means that the winners start at the back. And that's why Adam Mikhail, who actually topped the rookie class, the TGR rookie class yesterday, is starting at the back. That's also why Naqib Aslan and Tengku Jan are on row 4, or row 6, I should say.
We were just having a conversation about this earlier, Jeev, talking about the lap time, and you mentioned that Naqib Aslan was the only one to have posted 2:52. Now, that wouldn't have been possible, perhaps maybe even an hour ago due to the rain. As we know, we were sitting in the commentary booth commentating about the rain, but now the track has cleared up.
It has cleared up, and it was helped by the fact that the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia race was just now, so 29 Porsches going around has cleared at least a decent amount of a racing line. But at the start of that race, I can tell you, there was spray absolutely everywhere. So it should be, I'm not expecting a 2:52 from Naqib in this race. Definitely something close to it. I'd say probably 2:55, 2:56 based on the conditions, but we'll have to see. The point is that because all of these cars are exactly the same, it's very, very close racing, and usually the top drivers, in yesterday's case it was Naqib and Tengku Jan, started pulling away, but in the middle of the pack there was a huge train of cars, and it makes it very, very interesting racing in terms of attacking, defending, if you get packs of 3 and packs of 4 cars right in the middle of that 33 car field. So coming around now to turn 15. That was the formation lap. So great for the Laser Motor Racing team in terms of the reverse grid, because they're going to start up front.
And they have an informed Putra Adam who has already collected
that's right,
3 wins.
Oh yeah, He's
this weekend.
well, looks like 2024 is going to be his year by the looks of it. So, getting into that grid position, standing start. Remember, as I said, no pit stops. William Ho found out yesterday how much of a problem that can be, as he lost a lot of his back bumper and was, for a while, dragging around two big flaps at the back of his car. The duct tape came to the rescue in the pit stop. So ready to go here for the Toyota Vios Challenge Round 1, Race 2. It's a green flag at the back. Red lights. And as they go out, we are off. Now this should be a cautious entry into turn 1. Putra Adam in that 63 car, Mitchell Chara in that 61 car just behind him. That's Tengku Janlei in the number 12 car. All three of them already jockeying for position. And Nakib Arslan, yesterday's winner, just sitting there, 17 on the inside.
Great to see a clean start by all drivers, no bumps and grinds.
Yeah, I think everybody has just been a little bit cautious and on edge today because of the weather. Race clock has started, as you can see at the top of your screen. Well, it looks like there wasn't a completely clean start. 82 and 88 cars with jump starts. They're going to pay the price for that. And that is Ray Tan again, and Lim Chun Beng didn't have the best of races yesterday. Turn 5, that looks like it's still got a bit of moisture around it, so they're going to have to watch it. There are still patches of water around the track, but they are all underway, and it's in this first part of the race. This is where things, you can see people are already beginning to really drift out a little bit. But that's Tengku Janlei on the inside. He's already moved up to third. Mitchell Chia just behind him in the 61 car. This is where things get very, very interesting indeed. That's Freddie out. He had a great ride yesterday. Stuck right in the middle of that as they get into turn 11.
Just slightly wide there. It's Nakib Arslan.
It's very difficult to find that racing line with so many similar cars around you in these opening laps. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's a great situation for Putra Adam and Eddie Liu up front. Clear track ahead of them. Looks like Mitchell Chia has settled into third spot.
Liu Kawai posting the fastest sector 2.
So far, yeah. So the Sepang International Circuit split up into 4 sectors of roughly 4 corners each. So we can keep a general eye on how quick everyone is going, and that is pretty quick from him. So as they come round to complete their first lap soon. Ooh, that's a bit off. There's still a bit of water on the south side of the track, as we've seen.
Adi Rahimi just struggling to regain some composure. He's got back on track.
Well, remember, these guys usually, by this point of the evening, would have already raced a couple of times.
Yep, indeed.
This is actually going to be their first race.
Still very much a warm-up race for them.
But that's how close the racing is when it comes down to it. Look at those cars as they come through. There's absolutely nothing. As they come through the first lap, we'll see exactly how close they were. It was something like 5 seconds between the first 9 cars yesterday. But already some distance being pulled away, and that's all just driving skill and racecraft that's doing that. Nobody has a performance edge. So as they do come through, it is 0.3 of a second between the top 2. It is 5 seconds. Yeah, it's 5 seconds in between the top 9 cars.
That was a great move by Mitchell Chia in coming into turn 15.
Yeah, look at that.
It's extremely sharp on him to make that cut over Putra Adam. And in doing so, he also posted the fastest lap.
Well, he has put in a 3:12.424. That's a long way off the 2:56 I was talking about. But you're right, great move from him. Couple of fast sectors as well, and he's taken the lead. But look at that, it's absolutely neck and neck.
Yep,
he hasn't quite got the lead. Putra Adam is not relinquishing that racing line just yet. Oh, and he's going to have to at some point.
Putra had to concede.
Mitchell's off track. And that
Going
looks
a
like
little wide.
Eddie Liu behind them. He refuses. They're right now waving each other through the window because they just refuse to back down. Top three.
And look at Eddie Liu. Eddie Liu just try to...
Waiting for his opportunity.
He's going to try again.
Well, this is a tough situation for Mitchell Chow, as I said, because he's got two laser motor racing cars just around him, and he's got to keep an eye on both of them. So he's lost the lead again, and it looks like Eddie Liu's gone around on the outside as well. Great play from the laser motor racing cars. Mitchell Chow is reluctantly giving up that
lead
line
for a couple of seconds, less than a minute, and before the laser motor racing duo devised a plan to regain the top two.
Eddie Liu was very aware of what he needed to do to get to the second place. That's exactly what Tengku Jan is doing right now as well. He's just biding his time.
It was almost like an ambush tactic because Mitchell Chia did not know which racing line to defend. He had both cars on his left and right.
So 5 cars right now, and I'd say that's about a second and a half between the top 5. And pretty much the top 5 races as well in there. Still, Putra Adam and Eddie Liu. That's Mitchell Chow, I can see, in third. Tengku Jan is now under great pressure from Freddie Yang, who's again finding some great traction in this new Vios car. This is what he was doing yesterday as well. He's having a look on the outside of Tengku Jan. Mitchell Chow also coming out wide. And it's a big rush for that line to turn 15.
Putra took that corner very early on, trying to hug that inside line as much as possible.
So here they come. There's going to be absolutely nothing between them as they cross the line. That's Eddie Liu now that's up in the lead. 0.2 of a second ahead of his teammate, who is 0.9 of a second ahead of Mitchell Chia, who is 1.3 seconds ahead of Tengku Jan. That doesn't look like 1.3 seconds to me. That looks like a lot less.
Well, Eddie Liu is currently the fastest man on track. He's just posted the fastest lap time of 3 minutes. Yeah, 3:05.
And Mitchell Chia so far the only person on this track that's occupied first, second and third positions. Currently in third. Well, what's he going to do? Remember, defending champion from last year by just 2 points from Putra Adam, but didn't have the greatest run yesterday, finished in 5th. And would love a win here in race 2. And immediately you can see Eddie Liu is taking that fast time. I don't know how he's pulled out a 3:05. There's only 3, in fact, there's 5 drivers now that are, well, he's the only one on 3:05. Everyone else is on 3:06, 3:07.
And he's putting a bit of daylight between himself and Putra Adam as well.
Once again, that is all just from the driving line and his sticking to it. This new Vios, as we saw yesterday, hugs those corners really well. And we did see a couple of people that, you know, when you get in a situation like this, Nick, where it's so tempting to have a go. We saw it here on turn 9 with Freddie Yang yesterday. He was up there, that number 3 car. He was looking like he was going to try on the outside. He almost had it, but he just couldn't pull the car back in. Went out, and that was pretty much the end of his challenge. So it's Tengku Jan said it really well a couple of years back. This isn't just about going fast, and it's not just about having a better car. It's about making the right move at the right time, at the right place on the track. If you do those 3 things, then you can start pushing ahead.
Yeah, especially in a packed field like this, where you have 33 cars.
So this is the battle for 11th. As I said, there'll be little battles happening all over the track. Go Chok Tong, Kenneth Ko, and Amirul Heikel. And back up at the front, that's Putra Adam, who did in fact wave to his teammate just now. I don't know if that was just to tell him what line he's going to take. Mitchell Chia is now coming wide again. He's been preferring that wide line.
This is where Eddie Liu regain, or rather gain that lead.
Well, that was
And
great
Mitchell
move,
will
yeah.
try, Mitchell will try.
Well, it's those top 5 cars now, down to Freddie Yang, that
Done
are
well to get
beginning
himself.
to pull away. Now, I can see William Ho is also closing in, along with Nabil Aslan. That's the 28 and 39 car just at the top of your screen.
So in the last 2 laps, Eddie Liu and Mitchell Chia have picked turn 15 to overtake.
Ooh, that's right in on the inside for Mitchell. He's trying some daring moves. Tengku again sitting back and waiting. This is what he did yesterday, and then round about lap 5 or 6 he started pushing. This is also around the time of the race where Mitchell Chia actually lost a few places. So he's going to have to watch himself. But Eddie Liu with the benefit of a clear track ahead of him. And as we have seen on so many occasions with the Vios Challenge, absolutely nothing between these top 5 cars. As you can see at the side of your screen, it's 4 seconds up to 7th.
I think Mitchell's in a great position. He's just 200ths of a second away from Eddie Liu, and
He's under great pressure from Putra
immense
now.
pressure, yeah.
Oh, and that's a big drift from Eddie Liu. Took it a little bit too far. Regained it well, but he's going to lose the lead for sure, as he does. Mitchell Chia powers past.
Just bounced on that mistake.
Just takes one mistake, Nick. That's it.
And that was what I was talking about earlier. Just 200 of a second, really nothing much separating the top 3.
So Eddie Liu now looking to regain that lead on turn 9. This is going to be a tight squeeze, as it always is at turn 9 and 10.
And we've seen now Tengku Jan Lee, Freddie Yang, they've all come into contention.
They've all been pulled into this battle. That's another thing that we saw yesterday. Putra Adam was actually gifted. Look at that, he's lost the back end of it.
And this is the same corner that
Same
has
corner, yeah.
produced a lot of high-octane action.
Yeah, turn 13 and 14. Coming to those really fast. So again, the Laser Motor Racing team pushing ahead. Mitchell Chia again pushed down to 3rd. And this time, Tengku Jan might also join the general trend of taking Mitchell Chia. Well, Mitchell Chia does not know at this point how he's going to get past these 2 Laser Motor Racing Vioses. Freddie Yang is almost touched Tengku Jan there. Nakib is ahead of his brother, 17 ahead of 28. And that's William Ho that rounds off the top 6. And these 6 drivers, well, that is huge. That is a mass. I think that was
Putra Adam.
Putra Adam that's gone off. Again, oh, he's into the pits, so something's up with that car. No, he's back on track, so it was a big, big slide from him. It almost looked as if, yeah, he was cutting a corner, but race control will determine that. So he's out. You see, one mistake again, and he's out of contention.
Immediately out.
You've really, it doesn't just teach you racecraft. Tengku Jan with a fantastic move on the outside of turn 1. You never see that. That is such a difficult move to do, and he cuts it on the inside. He may have just jumped up to 2nd with that. That is unbelievable skill to hold that car on the outside line. Has he taken 2nd? No. He's fighting with Mitchell Chia for 2nd, but what a great drive. Putra Adam now at the back of this pack, and so that is Eddie Liu, Mitchell Chia, Tengku Jan.
Putra Adam has dropped to 8.
Nakib Aslan is behind them in 4th. Nabil, his brother, just behind him. No, sorry, William Ho's moved up.
But really, nothing much separating the top 3 at all.
No. It's basically under a second for the top 5. And that's what we were talking about. It's not just about the attacking line. It's not just about the defending line. It's about not making a mistake. Because one mistake, one misjudgment, miscalculation, as we saw from Putra just now, and it's all over.
This is where I think we saw Putra Adam just skid off.
turned a little bit too early on the inside
Could
and
be some
could
steering issues.
Well, he just picked the wrong line on that one, and there's the inside line, and what he picked was the extreme inside line, and that pushed him out very, very wide. But good control, I guess, to get the car back on track. But he was at the start of this race actually using his teammate as a blocker.
Yeah, indeed. There was great strategy between both of them, Eddie Liu and himself.
And now that can't happen. So Mitchell Chia settled into second. He's managed to pull some daylight between himself and third place Tengku Jan. And is pressuring Eddie Liu up front.
All he needs to do is just keep this momentum and keep the pressure, because Eddie Liu, we have seen, has conceded the lead earlier by going wide.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to try and do that again. Well,
Coming into turn 14, this is where Mitchell Chia had regained the lead earlier.
Well, Mitchell just keeps going wide on turn 15. And he's got half a car length, but not enough. He's going to have to cut back in. Tengku Jan on the inside. What a move again. Well, I've got to check his lap times. He's on a 3:04, so that is actually the fastest, well, the fastest we've seen from him. 3:02.546 just been set by Eddie Liu. So this top group of 6 cars are really pushing the limits. That's William Ho and Nabil Aslan, and that's Putra Adam just behind them. So looking at the standings at lap 5, well, you've seen the top 3. It's Eddie Liu, Mitchell Chia, and Tengku Jan in the super sporting class. In the sporting class, Kenneth Ko is ahead of Amirul Haikal and Teo Hong Zhou, and it's Adam Mikal once again leading the TGR rookie class, ahead of Brandon Ho and Amirul Afik.
They're all getting much faster with every lap. Nakib Azlan has just posted the fastest lap of 3:02.
Yep, that's right, 3:02.407. Oh, this is all set up. Remember, double points for this opening round. It's a double header because they're using the full length of the track. It's a 1-hour sprint race. The round 2 in September and round 3 in January will be sprint races of half an hour. But they can pick up another 41. Nakib can pick up another 40 points, as it's double points on offer today.
Big shout out to Adam Mikhail, who's currently leading the rookie class. Second youngest driver of the 6 rookies. Still only 18 years old.
Excuse me, that is unbelievable. I don't know what you were doing at 18, Nick, but I certainly wasn't racing cars. Here's the leader again, Eddie Liu, under serious pressure from Mitchell Chia. Tengku Jan is in third. He's settled back a little bit. So Mitchell definitely looking for the win. And he's hoping that he's putting so much pressure on Eddie that he's going to make another mistake. That is Freddie Yang going past yesterday's winner, Nakib Aslan. And that is for 4th place.
Less than 2 seconds that separates your top 4.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
how about this? Side by side. It's a battle for the lead. Mitchell Chia is trying. Eddie Liu's pushing him out wide.
He will have to go on the outside again, Mitchell.
Yeah, and Tengku Jan again waiting to pounce right behind them. So Jan takes the inside line. But that was good from Mitchell to keep that position. So he's going to have to work a little bit harder. But still on lap 6, less than a second, less than 2 seconds between the top 5. Mitchell having a look on the outside. Eddie Liu sees it, starts blocking, looks on the inside. This time he may have got half a car length. But there is the switchback. Oh, he's done it. He's gone through.
Great move just coming into turn 1, he saw the first block did not happen, immediately took the inside line.
That's how quickly you can change these cars, and that's a lot to do with this third generation Vios that is in action. So Mitchell Chan now leading. And I wonder if Tengku Jan is going to also have a go at Eddie Liu now. Well, it's amazing that Mitchell's already managed to pull some distance between him and Eddie Liu just off the first 2 corners. Look at that. They're not so close anymore. That's Freddie Yang. Again, fantastic run. He's up to 4th and pressuring Tengku Jan. And I think that is Nakib Aslan that's behind them. Ooh, that's very wide from Tengku Jan. Uncharacteristic for him. And I wonder if that's let Freddie Yang in. Certainly side by side as they come up to turn 9.
It's a huge battle for 3rd place as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive. That looks like a tiny bit of a bump. Nakib having a look on the outside of Freddie Yang. He may have just got that position as well. Right place, right time, right move. Staunch defender. Freddie Yang is refusing.
Looked to have done just enough, but not quite.
Nakib just keeping. It's all about holding your mettle, really. You know, making sure that you don't give up. And especially in cars like this, which are side by side as they go around some of these fast corners, you've got to hold your line.
Nakib Aslan, no stranger to this track, S1K champion in 2022. Last year he was the runner-up. A lot of accolades to his name already. Of course, starting his career, building his brand in this TGR series.
Well, now Mitchell Chia he said it was at the beginning with the interview with Mio that it's very difficult to go fast in this car because it really is about cutting the right lines. Now that is Panitan from Thailand and Liu Zon Yan. They are currently 2nd and 3rd in the sporting class and 18th and 19th overall. Having a bit of a battle there. That's 4th position. Of course, coming through some back markers as well.
Oh, there was a shunt.
Oh, there was indeed. And a bit of debris on the track as well.
That is car number 38.
Don't tell me that's William Ho again. No, William Ho was 39, so 38.
That was Panitan, we just spoke about it.
Yeah, that's right. But that's what happened to the 39 car yesterday, and so he's going to have to come into the pits at some point to fix that because he's now got a lot less aero. These cars are all exactly the same at the start of the race, but then if you get a hit like that, then of course you're going to be at a disadvantage. So lots of battles happening all over the track right now. Here's a replay of that. He looked fine up to that point. Oh, he was actually knocked. Yeah, he was knocked by somebody else, so not his fault.
He was
the
knocked
number
by
9, yeah. So that was Teo Hongzhou. And that's a lot of damage to that car.
That was a result of Teo Hongzhou actually going wide.
Yeah.
He had the same issue like Putra Adam earlier.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know, with these cars, they're not F1 cars. You do have to pick the right racing line. And
15 seems to be posing a little bit of a problem.
It's because of these lines and the power to weight ratio and moving out. You have to really pick your line. Now look at the distance that Mitchell Chia has already created ahead of Eddie Liu.
That's because he's just posted the fastest lap time, 2:59.
Well, Mitchell now, oh, that's great that he's actually broken into the 3-minute mark, but Mitchell now has a clear track ahead of him, so he can now perfectly place that Vios onto the racing line and get the most out of it. Doesn't have to worry about his mirrors because he's got enough space, as you can see.
It's also the power of persistence. He never let up.
Never gave up. He was first, second, and third in those first 3 laps. And in the end, it's come through. But now that he's got a clear track, he'll be able to plant that car exactly where he wants to plant it. Be interesting if he takes the outside line again at turn 15. Now it's a little bit more middling now because he's at the front. Eddie Liu cannot concentrate on Mitchell Chia because he's got Tengku Jan just behind him.
Yep, he's got a lot of traffic. And he doesn't have his partner Putra Adam to help him out because Putra Adam is still struggling to recover from that earlier incident.
That was the replay of Teo hitting Panitan. So you can see as we approach almost the halfway mark, the car's beginning to spread out, and that's all just from driving skill.
There's another car that's riding on a loose bumper as well, car number 28.
Wow, look at that huge drop-off as they get down to Bradley Anthony, Amarul Heikel. That's 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. And down to 17th, in fact. So Eddie Liu still, well, it looks like Nakib Aslan has got ahead of Tengku Jan.
Yes, indeed. That's because he's posted now the fastest lap time, 2:57.
Wow, I did say a 2:56 is what we might see. And now we're getting down to that kind of area. Well, Nakib and Tengku Jan, teammates for S1K. Yesterday, they had a bit of a huge battle. Tengku Jan, I have to say, even with his vast amounts of experience, was outclassed by Nakib. And it looks like that might just be happening again here, except not for top spot this time. Both of those cars are putting enough pressure on Eddie Liu that he has to consolidate second. And this is all playing into Mitchell Chia's race.
Yeah, Mitchell Chia looks to have a bit of a daylight, but actually it's not a sizable one, just under 2 seconds. He has to be perfect riding from now till the end of the race.
Well, he's capable of doing that, that's the thing, and he might just be able to do that because, as I said, the 3 cars behind him are all fighting amongst themselves. And by doing that, these guys have to check their rearview mirrors. He doesn't.
And Mitchell Chia is definitely due a first win of the season. He's been up there,
yeah,
in various races, just hasn't had that silverware.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, and you know, it's one of those names, one of those very famous names now, where you just immediately say that if silverware is going to go somewhere, it's probably going to go into his mantelpiece. So Eddie Liu defending for his life right now. Tengku Jan has a look on the inside, Nakib has a look on the outside. There's a bit of a touch between them, and that's going to help Nakib, who's taken both of them.
Again,
thankfully, no damage. 10-15. Lots of investigations going on.
That's definitely cause for an investigation as well.
Wow, a lot more action happening today in race 2 than we saw in round 1 in terms of overtaking. So Eddie Liu now has been pushed down. As you can see, Tengku Jan is looking on the outside. But that looks like Eddie is now in 3rd. Oh, he has taken a bit of a knock. Tengku Jan on the front. So he didn't come out of that incident clean at all. So once again, his car is now not equal to Nakib's because of that damage.
And that has benefited Mitchell Chia. He's now opened up a 3-second lead.
Yeah, I told him,
chasing pack.
He's got nothing, he's got no defending to do because the rest of the pack are busy fighting amongst themselves. And so he can concentrate on that attacking line, and he will do.
That incident on turn 15 really has just given Mitchell Chia a bit of an edge here.
This was the bump, and this was what's caused that damage to Tengku Jan's car. Look at Nakib Aslan on the inside. Great awareness from him to get in on the inside. So our previous leader, Eddie Liu, down to 3rd, now 4 seconds off the pace. Nakib Aslan looking for a double podium. He's up to second. Great drive from him so far. Remember, he started in 6th. There he is, that 17 car, looking clean and pristine. Ahead of Eddie Liu. You can see the damage on Tengku Jan's right front bumper right there as he goes into turn 10. Freddie Ang's just behind him, and Nabil Aslan behind him. So still, this front 7 cars, Adi Rahimi has joined the pack a little, are now, oh, look at that. That's Panitan. That is not an equal car in terms of aero. He's going to have to get that either taped up or he's going to have to come in the pits. And as you can imagine, in a no pit stop race, coming into the pits, your challenge is pretty much over.
You're going to drop down a lot and it'll be extremely difficult to recover.
Absolutely. Mitchell Chow still pounding away at the front. Now 3.4 seconds ahead. There's
Mitchell Chow, but there isn't much separating number 2 all the way to number 7.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, that's the Vios challenge. That's, you know, how close this racing can be.
And Panitan, yes, I don't think he'll be able to drive much longer.
He has to come into the pits. He's dragging that on the track now.
Once that bumper falls off, there'll be debris, and that will cause a full course yellow.
I'm expecting him to come in now. So that's Amirul Heikel, who is leading the sporting class and is 12th overall. Amirul had a pretty good run yesterday as well. Actually finished 6th in the sporting class yesterday. But so far looking like he's got no significant problems. That's actually Bradley Benedict Anthony, one of these super sporting cars just behind him. So he's using him as a blocker between himself and Kenneth Coe, who's in 2nd in the sporting class. 68 with some damage as well. And that is Lim Chun Beng. That's very lucky that that didn't hit the wheel. So he can still get around. So car 38 has had a bit of a talking to. I think that's probably because of the
and there we have it. Car number 38 has been summoned to return to the pits for repair.
Well, because I said that mechanical flag, if it comes out, it's because you are causing more damage than anything else. So he has to come in now, or else he's going to face a penalty. It was actually quite cheeky of Panitan to stay out there that long with that. I mean, they would have told him on the radio.
Yeah, he's just trying to push his luck and see how long he can be out there racing, because he knows once he comes into pit,
it's over. It's pretty much done. Well, he's currently in 17th overall anyway, so that's the damage, the real effect of it. So now there's Tengku Jan, that's Freddie An, so that's 5th, 4th and 5th. Super Sporting. Mitchell Chow is really picking those lines carefully now, as is 2nd place Nakib Aslan. And then a huge fight for 3rd between Eddie Liu, Tengku Jan and Freddie Ang. So here he comes.
Dragging that bumper along with him.
There is, you know, that's not what they mean when they talk about aerodynamic drag. That's actual drag. That's not going to be helping this car at all. Return to pit for repairs immediately. That's right now, Panitan. He's actually got some damage on the front as well, so it's the back and the front. He's bound to be coming in now. He has to come in now. Here he is.
Finally.
good obedience. And that car, I don't know, I don't even think duct tape could do anything with that. But they're going to give it a go. Slows down to 60 kilometers an hour for the pit lane.
At this point, he'll be happy if he gets this sorted out as soon as possible and finishes the race.
You just heard the dragging going on. Is it going to be tape? No, they're just pulling it all off. They don't need that anymore. I've never seen that. I've never seen that in MCM. That looks more like a go-kart now.
So he still has a chance to finish the race and
So
to have a commendable race as well.
Just to clarify for everybody, this is not the 4th generation Vios that you've seen without a bumper. That's not where Toyota is going. That's not how that car is supposed to look. Also some damage to 28.
Yeah, Nabil Aslan has been racing with a loose back bumper for some time now.
He might be getting a mechanical flag as well. 25 minutes left in the race, and it's now 5-second lead for Mitchell Char up at the front. That's Freddie Young, who's been taken by the looks of it by Nabil. Freddie Young was fighting with Tengku Chan. Nabil, even with that damage.
Yeah, Freddie Young was top 3 earlier.
Even with the damage, Nabil Aslan has come through. 8 seconds between the top 6, and Freddie Young in 6th spot. So still trailing as they get back into the back straight. So we're going to take a break now. When we come back, we'll have the closing of this race, so do stay with us.
And it's go, go, go!
New action. Triumphs.
Number 1. Let's go.
And drama. An all-new machine.
Number 1, number 1!
The biggest racing talents are ready to battle.
Final turn is on the straight. Hands are waving, checkered flags are waving. He takes the win.
Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival. An epic showdown like never before. It is time to reset the game. Let the racing begin.
Adam goes into P2.
Dogfight.
And goes into P1.
Adrenaline pumping in your veins.
Yeah!
Excitement in the air. Music and entertainment. Lots and lots of drama.
Number 1, number 1!
My goodness!
This is Gazoo Racing.
So, back with the Toyota Vios Challenge Round 1, Race 2 here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. 20 minutes left, just over. And it is Mitchell Chia that has been dominating this race so far. He had a bit of trouble with the Laser Motor Racing pair at the start of the race, but has left them in his wake. As you can see, Eddie Liu now fighting with Nakib Aslan. Nothing between them. This is also going to play into Mitchell Chia's race because Nakib can now not focus on Mitchell. He's got Eddie Liu to deal with.
Yeah, Mitchell's been a class of his own ever since taking that lead, and he's just posted fastest lap time with every passing lap.
2:54 now, wow. Now I will agree with you that this has to be a very dry track if they can get down to 2:54s. Remember, 2:52 was the fastest we saw yesterday. Eddie Liu all over the back of Nakib Aslan. Now, which line is he going to take? He shadows him on the outside. Is he going to look on the inside? He has a quick little peek, but doesn't make a move. Going to wait.
Maybe just biding his time. He did not want to make the move too fast.
That's it. You got to make the move at the right time. Patience is what it's all about. A little bit of a drift there from Nabil Aslan. Mitchell Chia almost looking like a safety car up at the front, but that's because we've been so used to seeing safety cars today out on track.
Yeah,
But
indeed.
what a day of racing it's been up at the Petronas Sabang International Circuit. Racers just waiting to get on track, but torrential rain throughout the day. So again, this is the battle for second.
This is now looking like the most interesting battle.
Oh, it is. This is going to be the one, yeah. Well, for Nakib, this is going to put him, even if he finishes in third, he's still going to be sitting pretty on top of the standings because of his win yesterday. Eddie Liu just waiting. Not quite close enough to make a move. Going to be hoping for a mistake from Nakib Aslan. And those mistakes don't come very often, I can tell you.
And these two have now developed a 5-second lead over the chasing pack, so they are pretty much left to battle it out for second on their own.
Once again, a reminder, all of these cars, exactly the same performance statistics. So any of these gaps that you see on the left of your screen have been created by racecraft, by driving, keeping to that attacking and defending strategy. And of course here, so, ooh, that looks like Eddie's having a little bit of a look, but Nakib with a beautiful line through that corner. So with under 20 minutes left to go, it is Mitchell Chia, Nakib Aslan and Eddie Liu in the top three for Super Sporting. It is Kenneth Ko now who is leading sporting class ahead of Dr. Ken Fu, and Shafiq Shamsuddin, and Adam Mikhail is looking for a double win. And he's actually fighting up amongst the super sporting cars as well. That's how fast he's going, the TGR rookie. By far the fastest TGR rookie, Adam Mikhail so far. 18 years old, you said.
Yep. And even in terms of lap times, he's not too far away from our leader.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's putting in a 2:57. So Tengku Jan has managed to stay ahead of Freddie Yang.
But Tengku Jan has lost out in terms of pace from the top as a result of that shunt earlier.
Yeah, he really has. He's lost a tiny bit of speed because of the damage, but he's also been embroiled in this battle with Freddie Yang. There's Mitchell Chia, there's Nakib. So this is looking back at the grid. That's Teo Hong Zhou. So this is the sporting class. And that should be Shafiq Shamsuddin. That's right, that's the second placed man. Well, it says third, but he should be in second. No, he is third. That's it. Ken Fu's in second.
We were talking about Amirul Haikal in the sporting class, and look where Amirul is, all the way down in 31st place.
Oh, he's had some trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Super Evergreen Motorsport. And he's now about a minute over his expected time back. So hopefully nothing has happened to Amirul Haikal. Ray Tan out after one lap, and he was one of the rookies. But Amirul Haikal definitely looking in trouble. Now that is Ashen Shanmungarathan. I just saw in the middle of that pack. And that was Shafiq Shamsuddin there at the front, ahead of Teo Hongzhou. So this, the fight for third in the sporting class. Just behind them, Daniel Renouille. That's actually for position as well. So all three of these cars fighting for third in the sporting class with 15 minutes left to go.
Great to see a dry track.
I think it's great to see a dry track, but it's also great to see cars that are so evenly matched.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
it's brilliant to have them even at this late stage of the race with some 40 minutes already completed. Neck and neck.
And we've had battles in all classes.
That's what it's all about with the Vios Challenge. It's not one of those situations which you do see in motorsports where it's just the top two or the top three and then the rest of the pack are just doing whatever they want to do. This is, you know, you can learn things, you can learn your skills, whether you're in 11th, whether you're in 15th, or whether you are leading.
It's a testament to the TGR series and how they've made it such a competitive affair, using the same car make, but at the same time upgrading the car.
Yeah, and
every
having
season.
that development pyramid as well, so the drivers are getting used to it. Now this battle, that's for second in Super Sporting, and I just saw Eddie Liu having a look on the inside of Naqib Arslan. Did he get through? Oh, there they are, neck and neck behind Mitchell Chia. Mitchell makes turn 5. I think Naqib should have the inside line here. I think he's just going to push. There he is, gentle push. Oh, that's so close. Hats off to Eddie Liu for not backing down. And I think he's actually going to get a reward from that. He might just come out on top and in second. Well, they can't keep racing like this.
Well done to Naqib. He persisted that he needs to keep in the lead.
Can you imagine, Nick, if you're side by side with a car, you're going at full throttle and you're going around these corners. So you're picking a variant of the racing line. It's not the actual racing line, it's a differing one, but you're keeping your foot on the pedal, keeping the power coming through. Mitch Cha clearing turn 9 and 10 under no pressure whatsoever. This is the battle for second.
And even when you come through sweeping corners like this, you know, it's so much of pressure to make sure that you keep the racing line intact. You
Absolutely.
do not concede any more width than you need to.
Because remember, as we saw before with Putra Adam, one mistake in this battle, and this battle is over. So both drivers are driving at the peak of their understanding of the racing line right now and modifying it here and there just so that they can try and gain an advantage. That's the beauty of the Vios Challenge. That's the beauty of a one-make series. Eddie Liu having a look on the inside. He may have done it this time. Oh, late braking. Again, Naqib holds his line so well on the outside. Same top speed, same acceleration. They can't outdo each other on the straights.
But Naqib will look to have the advantage coming into turn 15.
Well, he's got the inside line. This is going to be interesting, but I'm telling you, Nick, they cannot keep driving like this. They cannot keep driving side by side around the Sepang International Circuit without touching each other. Somebody had to give way, and it was Eddie Liu in the end. But what a battle, because that battle is now drawn in Tengku Jan and Freddie Yang once again. So it's a four-way fight for second spot.
And if you're looking way at the top, Mitchell Chia has benefited from that. He's now 10 seconds in the lead.
Absolutely. Now, looking at these four cars, it is...
Again, Eddie Liu will try. And
he'll
again,
try it.
Naqib will defend well.
Well, the fastest car is actually Freddie Yang, 254.149 in that pack. Eddie Liu is the slowest car in that pack, so he should be conceding it. He's actually put in a 257. So that number 6 car is the slowest car in the pack, and the one at the back, the number 3 car, is the fastest car in the pack. That's where it starts getting interesting. Nakib, meanwhile, throughout all of this, is on a 257.327, so he's also the second slowest car in that pack. So big pressure coming in from Tengku Jan and Freddie Yang in 4th and 5th. And they've got enough time with 10 minutes left as well.
Yeah, I hope they keep this up. You know, it's making for excellent viewing.
Well, this has right now been a defensive masterclass from Nakib Aslan. If he is the slowest car, if those two cars are the slowest cars on this pack of 4, then both of them have been doing very, very well to stay ahead of Tengku Jan.
Trying to find any single inch of space he can, Eddie Liu.
Oh, again, so close to touching. And they did that time. So that was Eddie Liu that was pushed off, and look at that, Tengku Jan has immediately snatched that 3rd spot. Looks like Freddie Yang's also going to be having a go.
Yeah, Eddie Liu has just...
One mistake, Nick, that's all it takes, and he made it. At turn 9, he was just a little bit too reckless. Now he's desperately defending against Freddie Yang.
Everything just changed in an instant.
Everything changes in an instant. And no more is he going to be fighting. He was in such a good position.
Yeah, it's just perhaps being too eager to try and...
That's it. It's about patience. It's about not being too impatient. We saw that yesterday as well.
And it also could have been frustration. Trying and trying and trying and seeing how defensively solid
well, he certainly wasn't pushed into that. He certainly made that choice himself, but all 4 of them coming around turn 15. Still a chance for Eddie Liu. As I said, it's Freddie Yang that's actually putting in the fastest laps of the 3. Sorry, I take that back. Tengku Jan has now put in a 2:54. So he's now lapping at the same speed as our leader, Mitchell Chia. And he should be able to get the inside line into turn 1. Are those shadows from the sun?
Yes.
The sun is
For the
coming.
first time.
Oh no! Eddie Liu has completely misread that, and his race is over. Completely misread the line into turn 1.
What a tragedy for Eddie Liu.
One mistake is all it took, and as you said, he was a little bit too impatient, a little bit too reckless.
We'll have to see the replay. He's trying his best to get out there again.
Well, it looked to me like he just picked the wrong line. And again, you pick the right line, you might be able to pull it in. Let's have a look at that 6th car in the middle. That's fine, that's fine. You know what? I think he just overpumped it. Put too much speed into that corner. And as you can see, he actually sent, I think that was Tengku Jan, also a bit out.
Yeah,
but
no signs of slowing down in that.
It could have even been a braking issue.
Let's just hope he's okay.
He looks fine, a little bit shaken up, but that race is over for him, and no points coming his way. Looks to me like it's, I'm not going to say it was his problem. It looked to me like his brakes may have failed. Because he didn't look like he got anywhere near that.
Yeah, if you're just going straight without any indication of making that right turn.
So this means that Freddie Yang has now got ahead of Tengku Jan, and they are both closing in on Nakib Aslan. Freddie has deserved this 3rd spot. He was such a great racer yesterday. 7 minutes means roughly 3 laps left.
And a little bit of breathing space for Nakib Aslan as well. And 2 seconds is not so much breathing space, but compared to the pressure that he was being put under by Eddie Liu.
True. It's a little bit spaced out now that one of the competitors has gone. Tengku Jan, I don't know if he's going to settle for 4th. I think he knows that he's close enough to have a pop at Freddie Yang. Nakib Aslan and Mitchell Chia, look how careful Mitchell Chia is being.
He has that privilege to be careful, to slow down and really take his time.
Pick the perfect line in each of these 15 corners. That's why he keeps adding to that.
Be interesting to see if Tengku Jan goes on the inside. He has shown so many times that that's what he will usually do.
Not quite close enough this lap. He's got about 2 laps left to try and get ahead of Freddie Yang. This might be a photo finish at the end for 3rd spot. Naqib is pulling away a little. And I think that's because Freddie is now looking in his mirrors, because he just happens to have a 3-time Vios Challenge champion about 2 foot behind him. And if that was happening to me, I'd be checking my mirrors. Certainly wouldn't be trying to attack Naqib Aslan, that's for sure.
We've been so wrapped up in this sporting class category that I'm just looking at
the super
my
sporting,
screens. Yeah, super sporting. And I'm looking at the rookie class, and Adam Mikhail has just
unbelievable, right?
Gone up to 10th place.
Adam Mikhail, 18-year-old rookie, TGR rookie class, is not just beating his other rookies, there he is, but he's also up to 10th in class, so he's beating all these sporting class races. He's the only races ahead of him are super sporting class. That's what we talk about when we're talking about creating champions. And he might just be the next champion that we see. Fantastic driver. One, he's looking for a double win, of course, but really winning the TGR rookie class in this second race is secondary compared to what he's doing on track right now.
He's just left 3 other super sporting class drivers behind.
In his dust, yeah. Amazing. Again, using exactly the same car. That just shows the talent of Adam Mikhail. And that talent, which is going to be nurtured by TGR over the next few seasons. And I wouldn't be surprised if 3 or 4 seasons, season 10 maybe from now, that we actually look back and say, wow, Adam Mikhail, what a driver.
And even Brandon Ho in second place is doing exceptionally well for himself.
No, that's true. He's in 13th overall. And both of those drivers, those rookie drivers, are pretty much, well, they'd be winning the sporting class, so they can immediately get promotion up to the sporting class if that was allowed. Don't forget the likes of Naqib Aslan and Nabil, and they were promoted up to super sporting, but they started as TGR rookies. So right now, Nick, I'm going to say that Adam Mikhail is actually my most valuable driver of this race, because that is an incredible achievement.
Yeah, fantastic. It really took me some time to digest that information that a rookie driver is in the top 10.
He is in 10th.
A lot of these rookie drivers come from either a karting background or simulation background, and to translate that into actual touring car racing.
To get a double win and to be in the top 10 of a field of 33, when you've only got about 3 or 4 cars that have DNF, that is amazing. But so he is definitely, for me, the most valuable driver of this round 1 race 2. But we cannot take anything away from the likes of Mitchell Chow, who, as soon as he got into the lead, has been almost robotic.
Yeah, Mitchell Chow was relentless when he was chasing both those
laser
motor racing drivers. And when he got to the lead, he would not let up. And like you said, he had nothing else in front of him. He was just about maintaining that lead, and he's just developed a healthier cushion as the race went by.
I said he's picked up so much experience from, you know, his regional championships and being in the touring car circuit around Asia, that now if you do get in that position, there's no point taking any risk. You want to nurse the car, you want to make sure that you get it home in time, and he has been so careful. Meanwhile, behind him, coming into turn 5, that's Naqib, that's Freddie Young, there's Tengku Jan. There's nothing between them. There's about 1.5 seconds between them. And we are coming up too soon, very soon, the last lap. Roughly 2 minutes left in regulation.
Freddie Young with the most recent fastest lap of 2:53. Just with a second advantage over Tengku Jan.
Well, Tengku Jan in 4th, he was in 2nd yesterday. He's had a tough run. There's Mitchell Chow taking it very nice and carefully into turn 9 and 10.
Yeah, Mitchell Chow not bothered to post any more fastest lap time anymore.
Doesn't need to. Doesn't need to. He can drive at 95% from this point on. Fastest lap is currently owned by Freddie Young, 2:53.849. So we did manage to see a 2:53 in the end. But still not close to that 2:52 set by Naqib Aslan yesterday. There is Naqib. Making his way round.
Fantastic driving by Nakib to head off that immense pressure by Eddie Liu over the course of 6-7 laps before that unfortunate incident at turn 1 which left Eddie Liu out of the race. But this man has been in a class of his own. Mitchell Chia, as he approaches the final lap of this Toyota Vios Challenge Race 2.
Yep, on to the last lap now. So, Takujan has settled back. I think he's going to allow Freddie Yang that third spot. Freddie Yang looks to be pushing Nakib, but it would be a very risky proposition to try and take him now. But with double points on offer for this race, why not have a go? That's Nabil Aslan. There's Adi Rahimi as well, and that takes us up to 7th. And even now, at the end of the race, there is still very little between, well, after Mitchell Chia, from 2nd to 9th, there's it's about 12 seconds in the end.
Yeah. Which is not really surprising considering they are all the same cars.
It's amazing. I mean, considering the conditions as well.
Yeah.
But it just, you know, it's almost, you can see the driving skill in terms of how fast they're going. You know, Mitchell Chia being 11 seconds ahead of everybody else in exactly the same car. And that just goes to show you how quickly he can get around in any car. Freddie and Nakib still having a very, very active fight as they come up to 9 and 10.
Again, it's all about putting the pressure and hoping your rival somehow relents or commits a mistake.
If I was Freddie, I'd stick with third. I wouldn't try anything too risky right now because, as we've seen, one mistake and it's all over.
Yeah.
He's close. I wouldn't say he's close enough. So this should be 11 and 12. So he's only got 3 corners left to try it. I would consolidate, take the points, and look to round 2, which is going to be in September. So Mitchell Chia into the 15th corner and the checkered flag. What a drive from him. His last lap was 2:54.942. His best lap was 2:54, and he's been averaging that for the 20 laps. And so a first win of the season for Mitchell Chia, defending champion, and it puts him right back into contention for this season 7 campaign. Second and third, as predicted, have come down to second, third, and fourth has come down to less than a second between them, as it's Nakib, Freddie Yang, and Tengku Jan. And that should be Nabil Aslan. Yes, it is. Never came into the pits in the end to fix that car. That's Adi Rahimi as well, and William Ho. And that rounds off our top 7. Aman Nagdev, the Indian driver that's joined the championship this season, has finished in 9th. Another good finish for him. And Adam McCall, well, look at that. Overall 10th, first in class. Absolutely brilliant drive from him. And defending all the way in the end.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, those 2 cars aren't in his class, but still, he's managed to stay ahead of them. 18 years old, and what a bright spark. And look at that, he's overjoyed with the result, as you'd expect. So finishes coming through thick and fast now. And we'll be looking at the full results. It's a little bit wide there from Dato Ken Fu, right on the last lap, on the last corner.
Yeah, some of the standout performers today. Mitchell Chia, Nakib Aslan, like you mentioned, Adam Mikhail as well. Brandon Ho also deserves a shout out ended up finishing in 13th place. The TGR rookie. It has been an exciting race we've had over the course of the last hour. Been treated to some
That's absolutely
enthralling
true.
action, not just in top spot, but the performance of some of the rookie drivers as well.
Well, it's had everything, this race. As I said, it was a really bright start from Mitchell Char. After that, you saw that wonderful stability from him in terms of driving. But yes, fantastic performance from Adam Mikhail to really showcase what the Toyota Vios Challenge is all about. Young drivers coming through the ranks, becoming champions. Well, I myself am greatly anticipating some big things from Adam Mikhail. We've of course seen him in MCS.
Yes, we have, yes.
But this, I think, so far has been the best performance I've seen from him.
And in any championship, you'd want to see a strong grassroots development program in any sport.
Yeah.
And TGR has really taken the plaudits.
Well, they are the most
top.
established platforms, I said, if not the only established platform that has actually seen a lot of success. And when I say success, I do mean producing champions. There have been, and this is no discredit to any other championships or any other platforms that have been set up, but by having a great factory mark like Toyota behind them, these cars, as you said, advancing throughout the 7 seasons. And I think when everybody started the Vios Challenge at the start of season 1, this is the season that they were expecting. But 7 years in, you've got past champions, you've got alumni rookies, as you said, and you've got new races coming in as well. Plus, of course, all the experience of the likes of Tengku Jan. So this could be the most sparkling season yet for the Toyota Vios Challenge.
Indeed, and from a commercial sense of view as well, 30 over million views watching. Plus,
that's
this
incredible.
weekend, you've touched all the vital touch point. I can only see greater things happening for this
So
series.
round 2, remember, will be in September, at the end of September. That will also kick off the official Toyota Gazoo Racing Festival. And there's all sorts of extra activities and events for people. It's a wonderful atmosphere. It's all about that racing spirit. But the Vios Challenge itself will be latched on to the Malaysia Championship Series as a support race. And the next 2 rounds, as I said, will be on the South Circuit alone, and there'll be 30-minute races. So what you've been treated to this weekend is the double-header start. There is Adam Mikhail, and he has all the reasons in the world to be very happy, because not only has he been the most shining rookie of all of them, but he's also outclassed every other sporting class driver on track. So the Interpark Ferme. And looking at the results, so Super Sporting, Mitchell Chow, fantastic run. Mohamed Naqib Aslan in 2nd, Freddie Ang in 3rd, Tengku Jan in 4th, Nabil Aslan in 5th, William Ho in 6th, Adi Rahimi Rashid in 7th, Putra Adam in the end, remember, was leading and won yesterday's race in 8th, Aman Nagdev in 9th, and Gochok Tong in 10th. And Luke Hawaii in 11th, and Bradley Benedict Anthony in 12th. That rounds off Super Sporting.
And Kenneth Koh takes top spot in the sporting class, followed by Teo Hong Zhao and Mohammad Shafiq Shamsuddin completing the podium finishes. Daniel Rain O in 4th place, Ng Kai Yi in 5th, Dato Ken Fu in 6th, Liu Zuan Xian in 7th spot, Amirul Arif in 8th, Panitan in 9th, and Lim Chun Beng completing your top 10. And Shanmuganathan in 11th spot, Tenzing Lok in 12th, Wong Chin Ek in 13th, Ashen in 14th, and Amirul Haikal completes
And
the
of
sporting
course,
class.
Ashen and Amirul DNFs with some, and this is the big class, TGR rookie class. Well, you could even turn that to sporting for Adam Mikhail, because he's beaten all of them. But he takes top spot. Brandon Ho in 2nd, Amirul Afik in 3rd, Audrey Leong in 4th, Raja Amirul Shazrin in 5th, and Ray Tan, who never really got underway and was out in the first lap, is finished in 6th. He's going to have to come back for more in round 2. Well, what a race it was been, and let's look back at how it evolved. Started off finally a dry track, but it was really all about these opening few laps. Started off with these laser motor racing cars up front. Mitchell Chow, though, was relentless and was trying. He picked up first spot, second and third within the first 4 laps. He was the one giving it. That was a big spin up by Eddie Liu, and in the end, that would mean that he'd lose enough time. You'd see Mitchell come straight past him now. A lot of other cars would as well. He would finish up, as I said, and it wouldn't be up at the top of the rankings. That was Putradim that went very wide. You have to get your lines just right on turn 15. And that pretty much ended the charge of the laser motor racing team as soon as Mitchell Chow came through on the inside here. And once Mitchell got that lead, he never looked back, because he's that type of driver that can settle into an absolutely different system, and got the best out of the racing line. There were a few shunts. That was Panitan, the Thai driver, who was actually ordered into the pits for that dragging back bumper, which they ripped off in the end, creating an all-new Vios, the stripped-down version. And then a huge fight for second spot, and it was Eddie Liu who just is a little bit too reckless on turn 1, and that would be the end of his race. One mistake is all it took, and Mitchell Chia had no troubles with all of these competitors behind him, fighting amongst themselves. He'd come through. And there's the checkered flag for his first win this season, and that's put him right in contention. Look how close it was for second between Nakib, Freddie Young, and Tengku Jan. It's just been another fantastically close race in the Toyota Vios Challenge Season 7. And that brings us to the end of the Vios Challenge for this weekend. Don't forget to catch round 2. As I said, that's going to be happening in September. For me right now, all that's left is to say thanks to Nick. Thanks, Nick, for being here today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a wonderful way to cap off this weekend.
That's for sure. And for you guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Good night.
That's how you make performance tires. Unveiling the new Proxys Sports 2, an ultra-high performance tire that allows drivers to safely maximize their enjoyment of driving. With a tagline engineered for excitement, Proxys Sport 2 is optimized for the high torque powertrains to deliver an exciting ride for all sports car drivers. The all-new Proxys Sports 2 is the newest addition to Malaysia's popular Proxys Sports range for the passenger and SUV car tires, offering 2 excellent features that sets it apart from its predecessor: precise handling and exceptional wet grip. The tire's precise handling enables drivers to navigate corners with ease, while its exceptional wet grip provides superior traction on wet roads, ensuring maximum safety and stability even in challenging weather conditions. The Proxys Sports 2 is available from C-segment vehicles all the way to F-segment vehicles. It is available in total of 31 sizes ranging from 18 to 20 inches. For more information on the latest Proxys Sports 2, please visit our authorized Toyo Tires dealer network nationwide.
Toyo Tires.
And the winner for the overall category, car number 37 from Toyota Gazoo Racing Malaysia, Tengku Jan and Muhammad Natik bin Noor.
What's up, guys? We're back. I'm Naki Bazlan.
I'm Tim Chanley.
Here we are at Sepang 1000 km 2023.
Okay, so we've reached the end of the day. Today we had our official qualifying. So right now the team is busy preparing our pit equipment ready for the big race tomorrow. So we'll be conducting some pit stop practices so that we're all set for the main day tomorrow.
That's for sure. Well, hello there. 9 hours and a half past.
Longest race ever.
We have 2 trophies. What a race.
It was a sprint race from start to finish. And I knew Nakit was pushing really hard. We were monitoring the lap times of Nakit. And honestly, I think we pushed for long enough. And we decided to keep the pace, keep it clean, keep the rhythm, take it home. So Nakit, we've been pushing the limit all day today. This is definitely Gazoo Racing. I'm hoping to see you next year.
Let's get
This is full-on action. Ultra goes into P2. Dogfight. And goes into P1. Adrenaline pumping in your veins. Excitement in the air. Music and entertainment. Lots and lots of drama. Number one.
Oh my goodness!
This is Gazoo Racing.